Hello and good morning and welcome to Spiritual Airwaves. It's me, Tracy May.
And it's myself, David May, here to talk a bit about spiritual stuff.
We are indeed. We are a little bit late this morning. Unfortunately, I left my notes at home. I had to drive back. But I've got a pretty altar. I made sure that my altar was all done up and it's all looking beautiful. So I sent you a little photo. So I've got my little Buddha here. I've got my little singing
You spent
bowls.
more time making it look pretty than the notes.
I did. I've even got my drinks, I've got my snacks, I've got my green tea, I've got my cards, but I forgot my notes and I don't know what I'm talking about. Never mind, we're here now, aren't we?
Yeah, we are indeed. We're here, ready to go.
And I realise it takes me 5 minutes to get home from the studio and 5 minutes back.
Which, comparing you had 9 minutes to get to and from, you found out.
Yeah, I know. I got there. And the funniest thing is, on the way back, I was listening to Everyone Rules the World.
Yeah.
Tears for Fears on there. And just soon as I got to the end of St Mary's Road, it just went off.
How odd.
Everything went off.
That's weird.
I know. And it was like, so you know me, I'm connecting, thinking, why have you just turned the greatest song of ever off? Because I like that because it gets me into the mood. And all I heard was, I just heard, you need peace and silence and quietness. And I'm like, argh! Don't you hate it when they come back and tell you that? That is a lot of form of Buddhism. Is about, you all right?
Yeah, all good.
Yeah, okay. Is about being in the present moment. It's about controlling what you can at this precise moment, and to just enjoy peace and calm, and allowing your thoughts come into your mind. And my thought was, I've got to get back to the radio show. It's going to be ruined. I've got to get back. But I'm here now, so welcome everybody, and. Well, it's going to be a good show.
It'll be a good show. It'll be a fun one. It sounds like you've got some interesting topics. What's going on?
Yes. But I ain't been team tight. I'm trying to think what I'm saying now. Is we've been away for a little while, and this is due to so much going on in our lives at the moment. We came back from Japan in July, and my middle son James, he came back from South Africa. After spending 3 months there. Abs went to Madagascar. I've been up and down Wales because Abs has been a bit poorly, and both of us since July have kind of really changed, haven't we? We've actually doing new things, become different people in one way. So I'm still on my my dieting journey, still trying to lose weight. And David's taken up running. That's
correct, yes. So I'm starting my running journey, started fitness journey, and still carrying on with the, sorting myself out mentally as well. So it's been a nice massive year of sorting my stuff out, which has been amazing. And it's really been a big year for everyone, as she said. So I was sorting out tech issues behind the scenes. So I've only caught half, but you mentioned about James, you mentioned your weight loss journey. It seems like a year of change for everyone, getting ready for 2026 to be really big and badass, basically.
Yeah. It's behind the scenes is doing our own self-healing, our own development, and I have I've always been swimming. I've been swimming for about nearly a year now, regularly, and I've decided to take up cold water swimming.
Okay.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
We did indeed.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm mad, stupid, or the menopause is coming. I'm not sure yet, but it's really has pushed me, because I think sometimes we want to do these things and want to be comfortable. I know I do. Yeah. And the easy way round.
But it's that situation, that very much for that phase is tough seas make the best sailors. It's
there you go.
You really got to push yourself in terms of these things to kind of go, okay, it's tough. It's being comfortable in the uncomfortable.
Exactly. and it's like really, really cold water. And I got myself a nice new swimsuit.
So what made you do the cold swimming? Because obviously there's a nice warm pool in Fashion swimming pool. There's
It's lovely and warm.
Yeah, it's a nice warm pool. It's indoors and it's very, very lovely. But you've just said, "Oh, I've got an outdoor pool."
Yeah, it started Boxing Day originally.
Yeah.
Where me, Abs, and a Harmony Trust
Mm-hmm.
were raising money by doing a Boxing Day dip.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was really, really cold, but it was fun as well. And it gave me a tiny little bit of taste of it.
Okay, yeah.
So I went outdoors in the outdoor pool in February in Faversham to try it. But then with Faversham swimming pool, which is amazing, everyone should go down there, is they only do Tuesday and Thursday nights.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really hard when you've got a busy life to just focus on that.
Correct.
So I just carried on swimming during the day, and then going outdoor swimming in the summer, which is really easy because it's so hot and it's really lovely, but it got really, really busy. I then started school holidays, like I said, was busy, so I went in the mornings. I really enjoyed going swimming in the morning before my day, getting up at 6:30 in the morning, and then it's now got really, really busy. I've come up as a challenge, as you know. We're all safe in our lane, and that's how I'm going to put it. It's like you're in your little lane, I'm in the slower lane, and I bubble around in my own little bubble. And now this gentleman's come in and he's found a little bit of a loophole greyhound, and he constantly keeps overtaking, and he's in his own little lane. So while we're slowing in a little lane, he's gone, oh, I just keep going up and down, and I've become quite anxious and overwhelmed
by this person. Playing in the grey area.
Management knows about it, the lifeguards knows about it, and we could scream, shout, get angry. I did a bit of that first of all, because I'm like, oh, that man's back. And I think you said to me, then you're going to have to think of other ways around it. And your stubbornness immediately goes, well, why should I? I was here first.
The ego, the shadow self again, isn't it? It's that,
No, how dare he? He's breaking the rules. He needs to be punished.
And it's amazing because
horrible.
That's what I was trying to pry into. Is like, how much of that do you think it's life giving you a lesson of, okay, you're getting too comfortable, go do something uncomfortable? How much is it that you are forced into situations you got to decide what can you control and what can you do to work around these issues?
Exactly.
Which one's that more influential for you?
It's a nice metaphor because I'm in my lane. We're all in our own lane, we're all comfortable bobbing around, and when somebody comes into my lane and upsets us or gives us a challenge, we get really angry because it's like, hey, this is my lane, get off.
We're very defensive in that way.
Absolutely.
When something upsets us or trips us up, it is that retaliation, that reaction, and you can control how you react to things. I think that's a very important thing. I was learning about ADSA psychology, and it is a matter you can control how you react. And what can you control? What I said to you, you can control when you go swimming, you can control these elements of it, and I think it's pretty damn cool that it's end up leading you to do cold water swimming because of the health benefits,
definitely.
the mindset benefits,
definitely,
the mental health side of it all, and just all round it's quieter, nicer, but you have to get comfortable in the uncomfortable.
Yeah, exactly. So you need to embrace the challenge, and it is a challenge. I mean, it's not easy, and it's definitely mind over matter. That when you're swimming in the cold water, is not to think I'm in the cold water. That's the first thing. Is get your mind off it. Look at something else. Look at the trees. Look at the owl. Look at the beauty lights. It's looking around at what you've got. Being mindful, which is also about Buddhism. Being mindful and living in the present moment without thinking about your challenges.
So how much of life do you think it is mind over matter? Because I've obviously found a lot of things similar when we talked about your cold water swimming and the mind over matter situation talking. How much of that is similar to running has been quite incredible, like the go an extra 5k or extra, these all psychological hacks of your brain to try and go, how can I squeeze that extra time out? How can I squeeze that extra
like being sensible and not hurting yourself.
How much is it mind over matter? And it sounds like you found it in that, and it sounds like you found it in other things that you do anyway.
Yeah, absolutely, and it is a really sort of like mental challenge. It really is, by doing that. But it's as you said, the benefits are huge.
Yeah. You was researching some of the benefits
Oh,
of it, weren't you?
I was like, oh, this is good for arthritis. Ooh, actually, it helps you lose weight because you're so cold, your body's having to work harder.
So, yeah.
So yeah, it's no, it's really helped me, my mind, definitely, to get over that step, stop being comfortable, and just get on with it, really.
Yeah, basically, it sounds very much very guy orientated, like, oh, just get over it. But once you get over it, it's quite a bad, journey past that part, isn't it? Absolutely. And it sounds like something you're going to be regularly doing. It sounds like that's been your
my goal at the moment.
Your goal, or kind of like your space, has been going out in the freezing cold on the dates that the open pool's open.
Yep. So Tuesday, Thursday evenings, I think it's 4 to 6. And then I've met some really lovely people there as well. They're all very nice. So they're all in the mag, like going in the cold water, getting some advice from them as well.
Oh, okay.
As well. And supporting each other. It's incredible that people go, oh, shall I go another length? Oh, come on. And we were literally all in a group, like little ducks, swimming.
Which you've wanted to find your tribe, in a sense, haven't you? And in swimming, you did want, as lonely as it is as a thing, you kind of wanted other people, but you didn't, you wanted your own space, but it sounds like you found that compromise, and it sounds like life's kind of opened that door. Though it shut the door on doing the indoor pool, it opened up the door to the outdoor and opened up this opportunity for you.
So I think that's another thing is, and I say this all the time, I do need to listen to my own advice when people come to see me. There's a window of opportunities. There's a door. Take it. It might not be obvious.
Yep.
But we go, oh no, it's a bit cold out there, isn't it? Oh, can't go out there. It looks like it's snowing. I ain't got a coat. And we'll use every single excuse in the book. Yep. But then we go, we want to change. Oh, I really want to do something different.
It's when you start looking at the bigger picture of everything, isn't it? Have you ever heard the phrase from Charlie Chaplin, who said once upon a time, if you look at life in the short term, it's a horror show. If you look at life as a big picture, it's a comedy.
Oh, mine's different.
And for yours, it was very much like, if you look at it in short term, the reaction to this guy that's grey area, making you uncomfortable, triggering your anxiety in different ways. You look at it as a big picture now, which is about a couple of weeks. You're laughing about it. You're laughing at the silly man that's doing this silly thing, and now you're laughing at yourself in the cold pool.
Yeah.
It's funny how I love that phrase for that.
No, it's. I think I had euphoria because all I kept doing was laughing.
Yeah.
Just laughing. I've never I'm thinking, I don't even know what I'm laughing at because this is so uncomfortable. It's cold. It's freezing.
The foyer is such a funny thing.
Honestly, and then you're just laughing and you feel, I don't know why. I feel like I've been drunk. It's such a high.
It's such an emotional high in the foyer.
It's like,
you can't control why you're laughing. You're just laughing at something that's just you.
Exactly.
Being, and I think that's the big point. We're human beings. We're meant to be being. We're meant to be in the present, and
absolutely.
The foyer space like that.
So they throw you in there. So if you ever come to a reading with me, and I say, "Oh, window of opportunities," or "Watch out for things," it's not always obvious.
It must help your spiritualism having these experiences, though.
It does. Because you get bored, you get stuck in the same old rut.
Yep.
You don't feel like you've been challenged.
The more you mess around, the better the results, isn't it?
Yeah, and the more that you can relate to other people.
Exactly that. That's kind of what I was thinking, was how much it's going to help you relate and benefit your spiritual work.
Oh, huge. Absolutely huge. Especially because being in the cold water, you just can't think of anything else.
Yeah.
And that's my problem. My mind's so like a monkey brain. It's like, I've got to remember this, got to remember this, got to do this, do that. And sometimes
it's like a bag of nuts in the washing machine.
A bag of nuts in the washing machine. Okay.
Yeah, because when it spins around, it goes.
Oh, that's my brain.
That's your brain. Yeah.
And as much as I teach spiritual development and meditations, I struggled because every time I tried to meditate thoughts kept coming in my mind.
Yeah.
I would say I wasn't in the mind, and I cancelled a few bits.
This will partly should go back to the Buddhism thing, because Buddhism teaches a lot about meditation.
Oh, huge.
And I remember many years ago during a period of time, I was at go-karting, and I said about my experience of go-karting. You said, yeah, that's your meditation. That's your zone. That's your meditation.
Yeah.
I found it fascinating, because meditation is that time when you sit on your bum and listen to, you do the rants, you do, not rants, well, you do those sounds, you do chanting, that's the word. You do these guided meditations, and you're getting into the zone that way to focus on just one thing and to process for your brain. It's fascinating, because you told me that was the same karting for me. Karting was my space to do that.
Yeah.
And it sounds like you found it in the cold waters of fashion pool.
Now I have, yeah.
It sounds like meditation isn't just sitting on your bum.
No, it's mindfulness. It's being present in the moment and enjoying the moment, enjoying everything around you. As long as you're not thinking about something, or dwelling on things. Yeah,
you're just focusing on the moment.
At the moment, and enjoying, and also feeling the sensations and the feelings that's going through your body.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm uncomfortable. Oh, it's cold.
And it's something that, I'm looking at you.
Oh, it didn't look like it.
So it's one of those things, if you can kind of put that into normal day life, how much more beneficial it will be if you can, meditate and be that present in life, just so it takes you out of the autopilot. And especially as people that live very much in our own heads.
Exactly.
I'd be guilty of that.
Feelings.
I'm very much someone that lives in my head, so meditating and trying to find ways to ground myself in the real world is fascinating.
It's hard, isn't it?
Oh, God, yeah.
So that is what we're going to be talking about. We have a few questions which I think during the programme we'll be answering. But if you've got any specific questions about what we've just been talking about mental health as well, or about Buddhism, meditation, anything like that, then you can message me on Spiritual Airwaves Facebook group, or on my page, which is Tracy May Spiritual Medium on Facebook too, or you can email me as well. Anyway, just send it over to me and we will find you and answer your questions. I have one reading a bit later on this afternoon. That sounds a bit rude. In an hour's time. So if you want a little bit of guidance, then let me know, because I've got my cards ready. So in the meantime, because we were a little bit, we're going to put a song on so we can get a bit more comfortable and dive into Buddhism.
Yep.
What song? Because we had Firework, which was one I was going to pick.
So we've got George Harrison's My Sweet Lord.
Yeah, we'll put that one on.
Yeah, go for it.
We're going to put that one on.
Cool.
So sit back and enjoy. Get yourself a cup of tea, coffee, and relax. And we'll see you soon.
We're back and we're ready to rock.
Back. Good. I hope you enjoyed that song. I think it was George Harrison.
That's correct.
Can't remember what it's called. My Sweet Lord.
Well remembered. And you didn't even look at the screen for that one.
I haven't even got the paperwork for it, I tell you.
No, true.
I forgot everything. So, let's talk about Buddhism.
Yep.
Okay, do you know anything about Buddhism? Do you know anything about Buddha?
About as far as I know, obviously it's one of the main religions in Japan, but it isn't a religion, it's a way of life. That's kind of that weird grey area of what Buddhism is. That's about as far as I know.
Perfect. So Buddhism is, as you said, they don't believe in a god.
Yep.
They don't believe in worshipping gods or anything like that.
Okay, cool.
It is all about a way of life, about yourself.
So it's
quite self-centered, really, isn't it?
In a positive way, though.
In a positive way. Yeah. It's all about your existence and your ego and your life.
Okay.
So if you are on a spiritual journey, like we all are, then you do need to really, really look at Buddhism.
Okay, yeah.
You really do. How it started for me when I was a little girl.
Okay, fair. It goes back quite a while then.
My granddad had this big wooden Buddha, and it's the laughing Buddha on top of his.
Oh, this is where this comes from. Keep talking.
Oh, okay, I keep talking. A big, giant laughing Buddha on top of his television.
Yeah.
And every time I used to go and see him, he used to say, you got to rub his tummy.
Yeah.
I was like, why would I want to rub a bald-headed man? And my granddad looked like Buddha as well, because he was big, had a big belly, he had big ears, and he had no hair. So, like, to be honest, he represented Buddha, laughing Buddha. But anyway, so I used to have to rub his tummy to get good luck.
I get it, yeah.
And it sort of like came from them. I've been obsessed with monks.
Yeah.
I think they're beautiful. I don't know why, but there's something about them. There's something their auras and how peaceful and calm they are. And so I was literally collect Buddhas. That's all I do. Collect loads and loads of Buddhas. Then when I came back into my mediumship, and I think this was been about 2016, I was going into a development group.
Yep.
And I always felt very close to Buddhism, and I was told my spirit guide was a Tibetan monk.
Okay, yeah, and they're very famous for their practices up in
Tibet, isn't it? Yeah. And I felt to myself, why would someone like that be with me? Because I had not calm, peace, loving, and all that lot. Wow. And during meditation, I have got to know my Tibetan monk, and he is from India, and his name is Ishvan.
Okay, cool.
And he does come through, and he does give me peace and calm.
So many people be asking, how do you find out he's like your spirit guide?
Going into meditation.
Yeah.
Calming your mind, asking them to draw close to you.
Yeah.
Then let go.
Okay.
First of all, let go of any thoughts and feelings, which is what we'll be talking a bit later in meditation and later in the show.
Yeah.
And ask them to come draw closer, and you will feel and sense a presence. You might feel laughing, joking, angry, growly, or anything like that. Something that would not be your own emotions.
Okay.
Someone that wouldn't be your personality.
Yeah.
Then you might suddenly start having these visions in your mind. So you might say like Italy or Paris or something, and you think, why am I thinking of that? I've never been to that place before.
Yeah.
Then you start getting more pictures and more, and it's like you're watching a scene.
You're watching a movie inside your head that isn't your own. Which
isn't your own, that you have not put in there. And it is not like a past memory of like, I've just been on holiday to like, India.
That's fascinating. It is actually, that's some of the higher levels of meditation. Obviously, there's so many evidence in a lot of positive behaviour from meditating, but it's fascinating that's how you found out, sort of thing.
Exactly. And I drew he comes into me when I'm angry, and he will calm me down. I get really drawn to like pictures, because once you find something, it's like, like a red car, yellow car. Once you see a red car, you see loads of them.
Correct. Yeah,
and your eyes get open and more open to it.
That's correct. Yes.
And that's why I just wanted to go to Japan. I wanted to know and feel more. And I feel like I'm on the journey with Ishvan.
Yeah.
Together. We're doing this together. He's probably thinking, thank goodness for that.
He's a guy in the passenger seat. He's a passenger princess at the moment.
Yeah, he's sitting there and he's going, and he's been with me since birth, apparently. So
fair play.
We've had many lives together, poor man.
But it's always been this fascination for Buddhism and the Buddhist monks.
Absolutely. And I've studied for so many years. Can I get it right? No.
It's a big in-depth thing.
It is so simple. It's so simple. It's complicated.
No, I totally understand that.
Really is.
It's complicated, but I know exactly what you mean by that.
And it's purely because you haven't got really a book to read. You haven't got things to help you, because it's yourself.
Yep.
To find the answers with Buddhism, you've got to look in within.
And to know yourself is one of the biggest struggles of life.
Super hard to open up what I call a can of worms.
Yep.
So we hide things, we hide emotions, we hide the hurt, and we have to open them up.
Correct. The amount of digging you have to do to find the root cause of so many things is hilarious. But it shows how complex we are as beings and how complex our world is, you know?
Exactly. So that's where roughly what we, the core of it all, the core beliefs. Okay. So Buddha is not a person, it's someone you can become.
Okay.
So Buddha means the enlightened one. It means you have found enlightenment.
So there isn't one Buddha.
No, there's not one specific Buddha.
No, because when we go to the shrines and we see the giant Buddhas, like we saw the biggest brass one in Nara, for example, there isn't a representation. It's a representation of your higher self.
Yeah, it's where you admire and you go, I want to
be like that.
I want to be like that.
So this is why we have, in my mind, there's always been the two Buddhas. This is why I've always been very confused about, hang on, why have we got this one which looks very fancy, and why do we have the big laughing Buddha?
Oh, I love that. He's Chinese.
I love that. I love the big laughing Buddha and the story about rubbing Buddha's belly. I remember Disneyland, they had a Buddha outside, and you said about that, and that's always stuck with me.
Oh, yeah, that's a huge one as well.
Rub Buddha's belly for that, but I get now a bit more why there's multiple types. It's who you relate best
because they're just people that have gone through all the suffering and gone through all their ego, their karma, shall we say karma, and have become a enlightened person.
They've hit their rock bottom to bounce back higher.
Or they've just found more about themselves.
Yeah, basically.
It's worked out their sort of karma, which we talk about a bit more. So you're not worshipping a Buddha, you're looking, going, I really want that wisdom, I really want to feel all that. I want that love and compassion.
You're idolising them for their qualities, not like how you idolise a higher being, for example.
Absolutely, not like God or like come and save me and that sort
it's
of
more that looking within and being your best self.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what Buddha is, and Buddhism is a teaching. That's what, which is called the Dharma. Dharma means the Buddhist teaching. It's what Buddha's taught us. This person. So the founder of Buddhism was Siddhartha Gautama. I said that right. And he became known as the Buddha. So he's the first one. So, and he's probably very privileged. So he was an Indian prince.
Okay.
What I found really fascinating, and I know you're probably going to jump on this a bit later on, or even maybe now, is he lived 2,500 years ago.
A while ago.
And that would have been before Christ.
Correct.
So they roughly say between 563 to 483. That's his life. So I like to deep in a little bit more. So he was an Indian prince, and his mother, Maya, before he was born, was visited in a dream by a white elephant.
That's very random,
Who entered into her right side and said to her that she will have a very spiritual son, a teacher. So like she did, she went outside under a tree, holding onto the tree, and she gave birth, and he came out on her right side. And now I thought about this, and I'm like, how can you come out the right side? But what I'm thinking is, what that metaphor is, the righteousness. The right side, righteousness. This is my own spin-off here.
So basically, you're saying, we went straight to the physical. You can see where I was putting faces there, and it is more.
We all go out.
It's symbolic. It's more symbolic rather than physical.
And that's what I think. And then we got the tree of the garden, which will come a bit later, shall we say? So obviously she gives birth, and once back in the palace, she hands Siddhartha to an astrologer. You know, one of those wise old men. You know, the three ones that were wandering around with Jesus. And he predicted that he will become either a great king or a great religious teacher.
Fair. This is always part of the life plan for him, basically.
There's something about this gentleman, and we've done it before. We've gone and got our stars read. and astrology,
Yeah.
and it's written in our stars. You know, so it's nothing new really. Okay.
Cool.
And he was given the name Siddhartha, he who achieves his goal. That's what his name
Very
is.
cool name. Very cool name.
Now his father, thinking that you know, he doesn't want this for his son. You know, he wants to keep him.
Okay.
He doesn't want him to be this great, massive teacher. So what he does, he keeps him in the palace.
Okay.
And hides him away, so he gets all the luxuries, you know, like a prince would.
Yep.
And he doesn't see the outside world.
He keeps him very sheltered, very much in the... Yeah, because you said there, be a teacher or be a king.
Yeah, and he
so
goes,
the dad goes, I want to be king, actually.
I don't really want him to run
it's a very
around.
physical...
Yeah. And this is
Yeah.
before Jesus, so I don't know who was around. Great Moses around that time?
I
don't know. Anyway, so you know, he didn't want to lose his son to such a future, so he protected him. So around this time, there was lots of poverty, disease, old age, and everything surrounding the palace that he didn't know existed. So he just thought, you know, at the age of 29, okay, the magic number 29, when Jesus was the same. So you just got to remember, when you're in your 20s, you become wise.
So at age 29, all of a sudden, you get your button gear and things start...
Do you know what? There's got to be more to life than luxuries and things like that, okay?
I find this time very spooky. Compared to my age I am, that's quite funny.
It's only because David's 30 next year, and I told him that he will become very spiritual at the age of 30.
Am I just kind of kicking it off now?
He's just coming on, and it's so funny because every time he does something, I can see my nigging little guy going, yes, Tracy's on the right path. Anyway, so he made 3 successive chariot rides outside the palace grounds and saw an old person, because he'd probably think, oh, I don't know about old people.
Yeah.
A sick person and a corpse. Okay. All for the first time.
Yeah.
So you can imagine he going, why have I got this beautiful life?
And yet there's poverty.
I've never seen suffering.
Yeah.
Oh my God, look at what all these poor people going through. So on the 4th trip, he saw a wandering holy man.
Okay.
Who's who, you know, obviously walking around, very loving and all that, and it inspired him to follow a similar path in search of freedom from the suffering caused by the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth. Okay, so they obviously must have had a conversation and thought, actually, there's more to this.
Yeah.
Okay, there's more to this suffering. Because he knew his father would try to stop him, Siddhartha secretly left the palace in the middle of the night and sent all his belongings and jewelry back with his servant and horse. I don't want it, I don't need it. Completely abandoned his luxurious existence. Now this is the next bit, but he spent 6 years. 6 years. Now I think this is very apparent because we all want things now.
Correct.
We do not want to wait.
In modern society, that's the minimum that we require. Yeah, where we expect now. We expect things to be done now.
We want it now. You know, we want the shortcuts. We don't want the pain. We don't want the suffering. We all go to slimming clubs, things like that. Because we want to slim quite quickly.
Yes,
you know.
correct.
We are not prepared to put the effort in.
So it's that situation. It's small atomic habits that make the big difference. The small changes we make the biggest difference. Yep,
exactly. So off he goes, and it goes to say it's 6 years before he gets enlightenment.
Yep.
So he then goes into what they call the Dikshawa caves, which still exist now, and he goes in the cave.
Okay.
He thinks, right, I've got to sort my stuff out. So he's at the point of starvation, self-deprivation and fasting, and he is pushing his body to the limits. He's punishing his body so he can be free of his mind and achieve a spiritual insight.
Okay.
So that's what he's doing. Oh, if I starve myself, if I fast myself, if I do this, all of a sudden I'm going to be, like you say, laying on the ground at the last point, and enlightenment comes.
He thinks hitting rock bottom is where he'll find enlightenment.
Yes.
But also doing the really tough stuff to really find himself in the toughness. Yeah.
Exactly. So this 6 years. 6 years of punishing herself.
Yeah.
And you do hear that with people like, you know, certain people, you know, that have mental health.
Yeah.
They were in that bubble for so many years, punishing
You
themselves.
can refer to me for it. You know, it's that situation of you punishing. I know I punished myself massively for not achieving things that I wanted to or expected to in life. That was a very apparent thing I did, and it's a little less than 6 years I was doing that for, to only go like, wait, this ain't right. What the hell am I doing this for?
Exactly.
And
the turning point.
There was a turning point, but it wasn't instant, and it was once again 6 years of, not 6 years, but about 3 years of working on myself to even get to this point.
Exactly. So it didn't come just like that.
No, it took a long time getting him to that point. Mm-hmm.
So the turning point came when a local woman named Sujata offered him milk and rice.
Yep.
So she obviously sees him suffering. He accepted and he regained his strength.
Yep.
This experience led him to realise that neither extreme luxury or extreme asceticism would lead to enlightenment. It came to him at that time, actually, you can't have the extremes. And exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. So he concluded that the middle way, a path of moderation, was the correct approach. It's a bit of this and a bit of that.
It's walking the tightrope. Bit of life about you'll find a lot of things in life is balance and about balancing all these things. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So path of moderation is the right way. And he left the cave and he travelled to the next location, which is Bodhi Gaya, where he sat under the Bodhi tree, which is what we all see Buddha as, to say. He continued to sit in his alignment, meditating beneath the tree and then standing beside it for a number of weeks. So he didn't go, woohoo, I got alignment.
He spent there for weeks sitting down.
He then used it.
Yeah.
He then got his own demons. He found love and compassion.
Yeah.
Okay. Under this beautiful tree. So during the 5th and 6th week, he was besetted by heavy rain. So he's still being pushed to the core. He's sitting under his tree. He's not going to move under it, and he's going to learn love and compassion now. So in a cave to love and compassion. 7 weeks after his alignment, he left his seat under the tree and decided to teach others what he had learned, encouraging people to follow the path he called the middle way, which in one of balance rather than extreme. We've got to have a balance in life. We're not ever going to not see suffering. We are not going to have a life of...
We're not ever going to be perfect. So
exactly.
Someone taught me this really good phrase, and it's called being okay in the grey. Okay, and it's because I'm a guy of extremes, and life isn't. I want things to be black and white, and I think many of us relate to wanting life to be black and white. And what your parable there teaches, and what kind of I think I'm learning to understand in life, life is grey, life is messy, life isn't black and white.
No.
And I think I kind of see where you're going with that one in terms of being okay in the grey, being okay in that middle ground, and kind of building upon that is trying to find balance in life. It's fascinating.
Oh, it really is. We will think we need all this and we all need that to try and help us.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. Okay, so soon he had many disciples, so had a lot of people following him, and he spent the next 45 years walking around northeast India, spreading his teachings. Although Buddha presented himself only as a teacher, and not as a god or object of worship, he said to have performed many miracles during his lifetime. Okay, so he really did help people. Tradition accounts relate that he died at around the age of 80. In Kushagra, after eating a tainted piece of either, I'm not 100% sure if it was a mushroom or a pork. Okay, obviously not relevant.
It's one of those things. It's kind of like sad to die in such a, just a bit of food poisoning
and a bit of that. Yeah.
That's what. Wow. Okay.
Okay, so his body was cremated and the remains distributed amongst many groups of followers. These holy records were enshrined in large hemispheric burial mounds, and so they're all over around the pilgrim site. So each person of his followers got a little bit of his ashes and off there. The Buddha's life is a series of the great events. So this is what we follow. These 8 events are in order of the occurrence in Buddha's life: his birth, his defeat after Mara. Now, Mara is your demons,
Okay.
or the devil, if
Mhm.
you want to call it. But Mara is quite.
Your inner shadow
Your
self.
inner, your inner demons, and consequently, enlightenment. His first sermon at Sarnath, the miracles he performed. His descent from heaven at the age of so literally he went through heaven,
Yeah.
whee, and then into nirvana.
Okay.
And then he also his little stories as well.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So that is what this is all about.
It's a very simplified version of what his life was like, basically.
Yeah. So we don't follow him. We follow his teachings.
That's correct. But also, it's amazing that something so 2,500 years ago is still relevant to this day.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's still fascinating to me. Like, damn, and the fact Buddhism is such a big part of people's lives now is amazing.
Mm. So he goes on and teaches. I would say this is a bit like the parables, really, like Jesus did. Okay, so let me give you a story, one that he told. This is the story of Milarepa and the demons in. It is a Buddhist proverb about overcoming internal struggles. Okay.
Okay, yeah, that would be quite a good one to learn.
Okay, so while in installation, Milarepa found his cave occupied by demons, representing his inner demons of fear and attachment. Okay, so you could say the cave is going within your mind, body, whatever.
There's a lot of symbolism here.
Absolutely. He tried to fight them, then tried to teach them the Dharma, which is the Buddhist teachings, but both failed. Okay, so you're thinking, oh gosh, I'm trying to fight these demons, I'm trying to work it out, I'm doing a bit of teaching. Failed.
Yep.
Finally, he accepted the demons. He surrendered his resistance by welcoming them in and putting his head into the mouth of the most terrifying one, at which point they vanished and he was left with pure awareness.
Okay.
So this is all about him being in a cave, doing his
fighting his internal self and
So the problem, while meditating in a cave, Milarepa returned to find it overrun by demons, which represents his own inner struggles and past karma. That's the problem. Oh dear. The first attempt, he starts fighting it. He initially tries to expel them by force, but his anger and struggle only made the demons more solid and powerful. So the more angry we are,
the more energy you put into it, the worse it gets. Okay.
You're feeding into our demons, aren't they? The second attempt was the teachings. He then tried to teach them the Dharma, hoping to change their minds, but they simply laughed at him. Ha ha ha, yeah. You're not going to do that, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The turning point is the surrender. Realising his efforts were failing, he gave up resistance. He softened his approach, accepting their presence and saying, I accept you. You may stay if you wish.
Okay. Yeah.
So accepting your demons.
Yeah. That's what that's what I'm processing through. If I ever look like I'm 40s, that's why it's like. Yeah. Okay, I can see where you come with that. Yeah.
Okay, so the resolution is most demons display like mist. One, the most terrifying remained within his mouth wide open. But Milarepa, in the moment of complete surrender, put his head into its mouth. At that moment, all the demons vanished, leaving behind a feeling of pure awareness. Okay.
Yeah.
The lesson is, the story illustrates that suffering comes from fighting our demons, inner or outer, or from being seduced by them. True freedom is found by facing them directly, accepting them, and surrendering the ego.
Yeah, I totally get that, which is fascinating because that's exactly what you teach in meditation. Meditation is about kind of, in many parts of life, is about having these faults, accepting these faults, but not interacting with them and such. Just kind of like, that's how I'm feeling. There's a book that I listen to, and it's like you're allowed to have your ego and all this negative stuff in your road trip of life, but they could be in the backseat, but they're not allowed to tell you where to go. They're not allowed to touch the radio. It's just there, and you just got to accept they're there.
It's there.
It's kind of like it's fascinating that. So
yeah.
I love that. I love that story. That's cool.
It's really lovely. So this is where, when you go to listen to a Buddha teach, you will get these sort of things.
Which is something I'd love to do. That
yeah,
sounds fascinating.
absolutely. So the main famous one is the story of Buddha and the angry elephant. Is a Buddhist parable about Deveta, a jealous cousin of Buddha, who tries to harm him by releasing a fierce, intoxicating elephant named Nalagari. However, the Buddha remains calm and uses immense loving kindness and compassion to pacify the elephant, which stops charging and bows to him instead. The story demonstrates that love and peace can overcome anger and violence, and that compassion can calm even the most aggressive beings.
Okay, yeah.
Now, I learned this in a conflict resolution. If someone's screaming, shouting, don't feed them.
Yeah. The more you react, the more they give back. Okay. Yeah, they might attack you.
It's literally, be silent.
They want you to match their anger.
Exactly. Listen, be quiet, and then just sympathise, give them empathy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, so it's similar to it. Do you know what I mean?
So while they're showing you, you go.
But if you show them lots of love and compassion back, then they're going to suddenly go, this anger's not working.
Yeah.
This is not happening.
Yeah, because the source of the anger being, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we do one more and then we go and play a little song because we've got adverts at 12.
I believe so.
Yay! Okay, so another famous one is the story of the monkey's gift of honey to the Buddha in a Buddhist legend and devotion about generosity.
Okay.
While Buddha was in the forest, a monkey spied by an elephant that had been caring for him offered a honeycomb.
Yeah.
After the monkey miraculously removed the bee larve, the Buddha accepted the gift, and the monkey's joy led to its accidental death. After which it was reborn in heaven due to his selfish act. Okay. So he thought, that elephant's giving you love and kindness to Buddha. Maybe I should do that.
Yeah.
And he gives him the bee thing, but he takes all the bees and all the horrible stuff out and then gives it to him.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so the setting, obviously Buddha is in the wilderness, in the forest. The first offering, an elephant has been providing the Buddha with water and food, a noble act that inspires a monkey to offer his own gift.
Yeah, that's understandable. That's nice, yeah.
Yeah, like that. The monkey's gift, the monkey finds a honeycomb and offers it to the Buddha.
Yeah.
Hey, Buddha, here's your...
I found this. Have it. Yeah.
At first, the Buddha does not accept the honey. I haven't that.
No, it's going to be a twist, yeah.
The monkey, concerned, examines the honeycomb and discovers it contains bee larvae, ants and other insects.
Yeah.
Ooh, why would you want to get that gift? But okay. He carefully removes the impurities, and when the Buddha accepts the now pure honey, the monkey's overjoyed.
Yeah.
He's taking all the bad stuff away for him. The tragic end, in its delight, the monkey leaps joyfully from tree to tree, but falls to his death on a tree stump. Don't laugh.
I'm trying not to laugh, but that's okay.
The monkey is reborn in the result of his great generosity.
Okay.
So the story is it's all about your karma.
Yeah.
It's all about, your negative karma and all your ties and your ego and everything like that. But when you actually start putting goodness into it and you start helping people and you give love and compassion, you will get into heaven.
Okay, yeah.
Right? But then you also get the balance sheet, which I'll go more into, that you have a choice if you want to come back.
Yeah.
Have you learnt your lesson?
Okay.
No, I haven't listened. You're coming back. You've got to go through your karma again. You've got to sort it out.
Yeah.
At this moment, the reward for the monkey was he was generous.
Yeah.
He gave compassion.
It's amazing, in a lot of mail I've been learning, it's gratitude and the gift of giving, which is the important part.
It's the
it's how you feel.
an unselfish act.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, no, let me bring it back. I'll take it out for you. I'll do this for you.
Yeah.
He could have gone, well, sort yourself
One
out.
of the things I'll be learning in the Ikigai and bits like that is purpose comes from helping others.
Exactly.
And it's that sort of thing which
it's
your
unselfish act, isn't it? It's just what lights you up. So the story's basis on the Madhu Purnima, or the Honey Full Moon Festival, which is observed in some Buddhist traditions. So the story is a powerful symbol of giving, devotion and merit through act of kindness. It also teaches a lesson on the importance of performing actions with pure intention, as a monkey made sure his gift was clean, appropriate before offering it.
Yeah, okay.
So this big festival, they just bring lots of honey in
representation of it.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. So there is some teachings of Buddha. I'm hoping he's starting to get you to start thinking.
Yeah.
And start looking in your own life and things like
There's
that.
got to be bits that are relatable to my own life and what I can bring.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I say, the okay being okay in the grey, I can understand where Buddhism comes from with that, and I'm quite excited about that one to learn a bit more about that. So.
Yeah, we are. So, have we got a song, or are we going to?
We can have a song.
We're going to have a little song.
Just to break up a bit,
Let you all sit and absorb the moment.
Should we have Hayley Westerner?
Yeah, let's have a bit of Hayley. I love her.
Hayley Westerner?
Yes.
With prayer. And we're back.
We'll get into that music.
It's such nice music, isn't it?
And we just got a comment come through about Facing Your Demon story was very good. Absolutely, I found it super powerful. I have just spoke of this in my meditations before.
Okay.
So I think it's a lovely, good concept as well. But what I want to do is just touch on this for a little bit, because I completely forgot about this. Do you remember that was in the news in 2018 about a team of a football team in a cave?
No.
Oh, they got stuck.
I remember people being stuck in a cave, but I've read that a lot on the news at times.
Yeah, this was 2018. It was in Thailand.
Yeah.
After a football practice, the group went to explore the cave.
Yeah.
Which was normally dry. So, they thought, oh, come on, we're going to have a little look. Unfortunately, by freakness, heavy unexpected rainfall began shortly after they entered, causing the water level to rise rapidly.
Yeah.
So what happened was they then had to go further in to survive.
Okay.
So the flash flood completely blocked their path and literally trapping them. They literally had to go deeper and higher.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. And it was 12 young soccer players and their coach that came trapped in the Thai Long Cave in Thailand. They were trapped there for 17 days.
Sheesh, damn.
Right?
Yep.
And I remember it was on the news every single day, how they're surviving. I think they managed to go down to give them food.
Okay.
But couldn't rescue them at that moment, but they came.
Okay, cool.
Down. The age range of the boys are between 11 and 16. So these are young.
Very young.
Children,
That's very traumatic.
okay?
That's
The youngest was 11, and the oldest was 16. And their assistant coach, was 25 years of age at the time.
Damn. Okay,
so
yeah.
Really young people, okay?
Yeah.
So what happened was, now let's go back to the cave story as well. This gives me shivers. Is the coach, and I wish I can pronounce his name properly, but it's Ekapol Chanchawan.
Okay.
Was a former Buddhist monk who had spent many years in monastery before becoming a coach.
Okay.
He used his meditation skills to keep the boys calm during their time trapped in the cave. And he was later ordained as a monk as a special ceremony with the boys.
Nice.
So while he was in there, he used all his teachings inside the cave. And then what happened was the experienced divers had to swim in to try and get to the boys. And the boys had to be heavily sedated.
Yeah.
Each boy to get them out so they didn't scream, shout, or panicking.
Okay, yeah.
I think unfortunately the two divers died. I think one died while rescuing them, and
Yep.
the other one contracted a blood disorder.
Okay, got ya.
As well.
Sheesh.
But what was so a miracle about this is, again, cave Buddhism, how Buddhism helped.
It's one thing I found fascinating, and it relates a bit to your story, is how can I put it? How instinctively how you react is, I need to get out, I need to get for the exit. The fact of going deeper is so negative, so unnatural to our the actual reactions, if that makes sense.
You don't think about, you want to get out. You don't think about going even deeper into it.
No, exactly.
And then if we start thinking about the cave story and about thinking about, we need to really go deep within ourselves, not the little bits that we can handle.
In terms of panic, you're meant to go deeper, work out where it comes from bits. I know a lot of my problems, I've been taught like, what I reacted this way, I feel like this. Where does that come from? And go deeper, 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 and then you find out,
the layers,
it's only a bit of that.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So that was only 2018. It's the Wild Boys. They have made and I think they made a film out of it, and it's a Netflix film.
Okay,
I think
cool.
It is. So all of them became novice monks because of it, because of their survival.
Yeah. It shows the power of these practices.
Yes, exactly.
To stay calm in such a
and they were
long
happy.
period of time.
They did put a camera down, so if you can see it, they put a camera down, and they're all talking and laughing and meditating. It is a beautiful moment. Yeah. When you see it.
But it's just that amazing miracle of how we get such a bad situation and they can control your emotions, and especially at a young age, that would freak you massively anyone out. So
yeah, exactly. And unfortunately, the coach, not the coach, the captain of the team, unfortunately, he was found unconscious on February 12, 2023, and died 2 days later. The coroner's ruling was confirmed. His death was, he took his own life.
Okay, yeah.
He didn't have mental health issues, or he didn't.
There's a whole thing to go to depth for that.
But unfortunately, his death was a few years later, which they honour to him as well. Yeah. So, but when I saw that, I was like, oh my goodness, how it's all connecting, how you do your research, how you look into things.
How it snowballs. Wow. As soon as you start researching, it snowballs further and further.
It's like all your hair's all on you. And things like that.
You get the goosey bumps.
Yes. So I went to me and Ken. We went. The most amazing moment of my life is, yes, I do read teachings and I go to Buddhist temples, but to actually hear a Buddha talk was just amazing. And he was the most loveliest man ever. So he's a Venerable, which is a very high up Buddha. Yeah. And he is from Hong Kong, but he now lives in Canada and he teaches there. Yep. He was the most funniest man I've ever seen.
Nice.
He was so relatable. He made little jokes, made us feel at ease.
He was so real.
He was a person.
Yeah, that's the point, yeah.
He was like, wow. And and he was doing things wrong, and he said, sorry, but I'm new here. Because it was the first time he'd been to the UK.
Which is fascinating, because when it comes to anything, usually you expect this teacher to be very higher up, untouchable, very idolised for for being perfect. So the fact you've got someone there that's so high up in this Buddhist,
high respected,
and he's touchable, he's realistic, he's relatable. That's fascinating, because it's the total opposite of what you expect.
No, exactly. And he done a lovely sermon talk for 2 hours. Yep. And and all through it, he kept saying to us, "Are you asleep yet? Yeah. Everyone's still awake."
Love it.
And had just a lovely aura about him. So what surprised us was the first thing he talked about is mental health. Mm-hmm. He talked about the statistics of mental health in the UK, and saying 1 in 4 people in England will experience a mental health problem each year. And this is generally like anxiety, depression, OCD, and etc. Now this will change because this statistics I think is 2023, so we're now going on to 25.
Because I've heard stats which are a lot worse at the moment.
Exactly. Well, his is like there was over 7,000 deaths by suicide was registered in the UK in 2023.
Yeah.
This is an average of 19 people die by taking their own lives a day. 19. It just gives you shivers, doesn't it? And 1 in 4 people aged between 17 and 19 now have some kind of mental disorder.
Yeah.
So that statistics, it will change. I just want us to really fully understand that where we are in the world at the moment.
But it's worth talking about, especially with, at the moment, it's November, it's Mental Health Month.
Cold.
You know, November being, you know, pointing out a lot of men's mental health difficulties.
Yeah, exactly. So, and what he's saying, where does the mental health come from?
Yeah.
Okay, what is the core of it? And he was saying it's all about emotions.
Yeah.
That causes mental health.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
So it's like, you know, rage, resentment, despair.
There's a lot of things that go into it. It's, but it's all internal.
So we need to find out what are emotions. There's good emotions.
And bad emotions.
And bad emotions.
Yeah.
You know, and we've got to really look into emotions.
Yeah.
And where they come from and where they resonate.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's where it comes from. You know, how are you reacting to this, and this, and why are you reacting to that, and why does it hurt so much?
Yeah, exactly. So what he was talking about is that emotions come from our karma.
Yeah.
I keep thinking about a song, Karma Comedian now.
I love that song, man. Can we have that on later?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
we need
cool.
to put that one on. Okay. Karma is a concept that a person's action driven by intent determine their future and their consequences. It's good, and it's also good actions lead to positive outcome. With bad or negative, good. It is like a cycle of things. Okay. Every action we or thought we have, whether good or bad, is recorded into our eternal balance sheet.
Yeah.
Ooh, sounds really. It's like those scales, isn't it? That we carry into our next life. So we should look to do good to ensure that our next life has a positive balance.
Got ya.
Middle way. We're looking at the middle way again, aren't we? Okay.
Yeah.
So we need to start looking at our karma.
Yeah.
And that if we do not sort our balance sheet out, and it's more than one.
Yeah.
That when we pass, we've got that karma. We go to heaven, and then we go, right, you've got to go back. You've got to sort this out again.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's in some ways it's once again keeping life in balance, you know, and it is kind of similar to that law of attraction situation.
Exactly.
The reason I'm calling back to that is
exactly
because as much love as you give out is as much as you receive. As much negativity you give out is as much as you receive.
Exactly. So it's energy. That's
it
all
is.
karma is. It's energy. You can feel it. You know, as soon as you look at somebody, you think, "Oh God, they're in a bad mood."
Which life is very energy based.
And then what do? We react to that person. It's not changing it. So it isn't a universal law. It is all about our actions and things. And literally, all this is stored into our karma.
Yeah.
Okay. He deeps even deeper by saying about the 8 consciousness.
Okay.
Ooh, getting even further.
Go very deep into this, okay?
Okay, so the with slide through it, the 8 consciousness is our eyes, our ears, nose, tongue, and body. So literally everything we see, goes into our mind. Yeah. Which goes where we put our energy on into it. Yeah. Like we was talking about, well, that's a beautiful flower. Yeah. It's our mind that tells us what it is.
So yeah, what we decided and kind of came to the conclusion of is nothing is positive and negative. That isn't a bad looking flower, isn't a good looking flower. It is a flower. It's only our energy and how we process information. Our eyes don't have emotions. Our body, there's a certain part.
The touch.
Touch doesn't have emotion. Smell doesn't have emotion.
No.
It is just, if you smell something stinky, It's just your brain,
Your
it's
brain's
you
trying
attached
to.
to it.
Yeah, exactly.
At the moment, your nose has just gone, oh, I smell this. And your brain goes, okay.
Yeah. So where are we getting that from, isn't
Mm.
it? It's like, so it's our past, present.
Yeah. Reference points within
Exactly.
the brain.
Oh, I smell that. That smells like the bacon sandwich, and I remember that from da 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 da. Or
Yeah.
I don't like that because of da 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 da.
Do you see why I'm amazed how powerful the brain is?
I don't like the brain. It's too much information.
I love the brain because, as you just said there, you then got a massive list of that tiny bit of information. That smell reminds me of this.
Yeah.
That's why it stinks. But additionally, all this whole, and your brain processes that within thousandths of a second.
Exactly, and that's the good.
Yeah, but on the flip side, I'm amazed how the brain can self-sabotage in such amazing, in such powerful ways. How powerful it is, but if you can control it so it don't self-sabotage, how much greatness you can get out of life.
Absolutely, and which is why we get the jealousy, the sexual desires and things like that, because we're processing it, because we're putting something on it.
That's correct.
We're owning it, sort of thing.
It's never just one thing.
Oh, that's a flower.
There's a whole history to it. There's a whole...
Yeah, I ate flowers, they gave me hay fever and I was in bed and I was ill. Ugh.
Yeah, that's what in your brain goes.
And what that happens, it goes into a consciousness of ego.
Yeah.
And that's the seventh consciousness, is who we are. So ego is self.
Yeah.
Which we forget. Some people have got bigger egos, some people have got less egos. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ego is a self. This is who we are. So think about it. Our karma is us.
But it is all in the subconscious.
Exactly.
That's what I found fascinating, is that our lives are controlled by the subconscious.
Yes.
Not this forward consciousness that we have, the forward part of the brain. I can't remember the part of the brain's name, but it isn't controlled by that. It's all controlled by the subconscious.
And this is why why emotions arise, by smelling things. It's attachment to a fragrance, to something, seeing something, then you get sexual rises or sensuations and things like that. Your thought will then go into past memories of arising of resentment and regret.
Yeah.
And that's the issue. This is what the karma is. So we having to deal. So after learning about the nature of emotions, we must then begin to learn how to deal with emotions. How do we overcome them? How do we sort this karma out?
Yeah.
Because with the whole...
Because we're not all taught how to do that.
No, exactly. So in Buddhism, nirvana is the supreme goal.
Yeah.
That is it. We all think we need to go to heaven.
A bit like the Vikings believe Valhalla is creme to the creme. For Buddhism, it's not.
It's nirvana. The supreme. It's a state of liberation achieved by the freeze of greed, hate, ignorance, which is causing all the suffering.
Yeah.
That's all the suffering.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It is also then the end of the cycle of death and rebirth, which is samsara.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't want to go through life after life after life. Sometimes you think, I can't do this anymore. I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm exhausted, And it's not a physical place, but a state of perfect peace and alignment.
Okay.
So you go to heaven, oh gosh, what have I done? You see things like you flash your life in front of you. Do you feel like you've been a good person? Do you feel like you've been a bad person? Do you want to go back again? Do you want to sort this out?
Yeah. Okay.
It's that sort of thing, So nirvana is the Sanskrit meaning of extinction, referring the disappearance of rage, grit, and all that.
It's also part of the fascination where life is kind of a game.
And what I also like about this is Buddhism does not describe nirvana as a heaven, but a state that transcends the limitation of time and space.
Okay. Yeah, I can see where you're coming from that one. It is, heaven is a state of being.
Yes.
It isn't a location, it's a state.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
yeah, I can work with that. I can work that one. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you have lots of different forms of Buddhism, and then you might have heard of like Kuan Yin. She's a bodhisattva. I can't pronounce it, Buddhist, and she's become enlightenment, and she could have gone to Nava, but instead she comes back again to teach us love and compassion. So you get different forms of Buddhism that actually sacrifice nirvana to help us, because she doesn't want us to suffer in the world.
No, it's just fascinating to see all these different types because, yeah, I think we all know Buddhism is Buddhism, but the fact there's these different types, it's kind of cool.
Yeah, exactly. And do you know what I found really interesting is Buddhists do believe in Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Right, this is what I thought.
Okay, that's very surprising.
Okay,
yeah.
They do believe in Jesus, and he was real, and he did produce miracles, and he did go underwent the crucifixion. They're not denying that.
No, yeah, I think there's records.
Absolutely.
That there was a person called Jesus that went through all that. Yeah.
But the only difference is that in Christianity, Christ is God incarnated.
Yeah.
And in Buddhism, Jesus was a Buddha.
Pretty much. This is what I find fascinating about religion. It's all the same thing, but kind of different. Different things with different.
It's who you want to follow, who you like.
Yeah,
it's
basically.
Like,
it's like picking your favourite sports team.
Your favourite pop star, mine was Simon Le Bon. Woohoo! I'm going to idolise him.
It's one of these things. I made jokes about Confucius because I love Confucius. He was around the same time as Buddha, which is fascinating. And I've learned a lot about Confucius. But some of the teachings from Jesus and what is in Christianity dates back to Confucianism.
Exactly.
About Confucius.
So did Jesus copy him?
I say he did.
Was it copyrighted? There you go.
But that's why I love Confucius. Some of the phrases he chose is amazing. It's still fascinating to see the same Buddhism and Confucius that 2,500 years ago, we can go back, you can look at these things and go, you know what, that's how I better my life. Yeah. And it shows how, no matter how much of our external life changes, how a lot of our journey is all inward. And I find that so cool to know that,
I mean, even Muslims, everyone, they believe in Jesus. That was a great prophet.
Yeah, it's just picking what fits right for you and what you want to do.
That puts you on your spiritual path, and that you do, you find peace and loving, and you do good from it.
Yeah, it's all about leading a good life.
Yeah,
which,
absolutely.
As you mentioned about karma, it's about the karma situation of giving out a lot of good, and in addition, you'll get a lot of good from it. Yeah. So there's no reason not to do good in the world.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's what karma means. It is actions. It's a path for freedom. It's understanding and addressing your core root of karma. You know what I mean? And attachments and things like that. And getting rid of your karmic debt by putting so like the balance sheet and the scales. Let's put more good in it. We can't change what we've done. We can't. Yeah. We can't get rid of it. It's just part of what we've done. But what we can do is put more good into it.
I totally get what you're saying.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's fascinating because learning about Ikigai, which is Japanese practice of how they live, and how some of the oldest people in the world live. Part of that and why they must live for as long as they do is this karma situation where they believe purpose, and where a lot of people in life do believe purpose is about putting a lot of good in the world. Yeah, about doing something that benefits not just you, but benefits the world, benefits other people. And that's what people determine purpose to be in our lives. I found it fascinating meeting someone that did helping out homeless people and how rewarding and grounding that must be.
Absolutely. And I mean, I don't do anything as much as that, but even when I do my hopper bus,
it's doing some good.
It's because I'm doing good. And
you feel better for doing some good.
Oh, and just seeing the smiles on their faces, and coming on and listening to their stories. And some people don't even speak to people for hours, or your days on end, shall we say? And just seeing a smiling little face with me in my little bus.
Yeah.
And just being nice and loving and kind to them.
And this is becoming part of your purpose, part of your being.
Exactly.
It's fascinating. Yeah.
So we're going to have a little song, and then we're going to now we're going to talk into a little bit more about meditations and how we can get some good karma in.
Sounds like a good plan.
So what are we going to play?
We have Toto's Africa, Karma Chameleon, Long Time Son.
Karma Chameleon. Should we have a bit of that?
Just
break this. Let's just break the karma. calmer now. Let's get in there. And we're back. I don't know what version Davey played, but I hope you enjoyed it.
I can't wait just for the longest version possible. It's like, I didn't realise, yeah, there you go.
But I hope you enjoyed it. It was a bit of fun and just let's get back. We're getting really, really deep, I think.
Massively so. It got a bit deep, bit heavy.
So we'll lighten it up. So, okay, so let's talk about, we know about the karma, we know about Buddhism, we know what we've now got to deal with our own thoughts, feelings and things like that. So how do we do it? Let's have a look. There are 2 types of Buddhist meditations.
Yeah.
There's 2. Hold on, I just want to get my picture up.
Yeah, of course, go for it.
Okay, I think we've discussed meditations just before, haven't we?
We have indeed, yeah. We've done it in past conversations at times, haven't we?
Yeah, we have. So the first one of meditation is called samatha, which is the calming, binding meditation.
Okay, yeah.
And samatha focuses on developing a calm and concentrated mind, often through practices like breath work.
Yep.
Or just looking into a candle.
Yeah.
So it's all about,
That's
when you're rushing around and you need to just ground yourself.
That's the more common meditation that we all know, most of us know about, sort of thing. It's the ones where you sit down, you visualization practice, listen to guided meditation, bits like that basically. It's the ones where it's about grounding yourself.
Yeah, it's literally it's about just getting yourself into a calm, concentrate, ready for it. And it's so it stabilizes. So you would, the object of the breath or focusing and just chilling in, sort of thing. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is concentrate on the breath. The breath is the closest thing to your body.
Yep.
And while you're breathing and conscious you're breathing, you can't really think about things.
Correct.
Okay. So what we want to do is just close your eyes. And the first thing is not to control the breath. It's all about feeling it.
Yep.
Okay, just feeling in the air coming in and out. I don't want you to do anything else. Just get yourself into the moment, get yourself comfortable, start thinking about, I'm really uncomfortable sitting in this chair. And so just breath. So all you want to do, now there's many ways of breath work. There's the box one where you breathe in for 3. So you breathe in
2, isn't it?
3, breathe in 1, 2, 3, and hold.
For 3.
Or 4.
It's box, 3.
Yeah.
3, 3, 3.
Okay. And then release for 4. But you mean to take it even longer. So you breathe in, hold, and then really slow and control the breath as long as you can. So breathing in, hold, and then out. Really, really long and controlled. That's what you're doing. You're controlling every bit of the breath.
Yeah.
What you can do is breathe in, hold, and then breathe in again. Just that little bit, that extra
I can't remember the name of that, but that's the one I was taught to do.
Yeah, so you breathe in, hold, and then one more push. Breathe in, and then there we go. Okay.
That second breath in, it's got to be short, sharp, and big. And then the breathing out, it's got to be as noisy and as powerful as possible. Like you're on, exactly that. Yeah.
So it's just literally, while you're concentrating and getting it all that right, you're getting your mind into a calm right. So what I'm thinking of is like, when you're in a pool and you've got loads of ripples of water, that's your mind. Yeah. Your mind is just like, you've thrown a load of stones in, it's loads of ripples. The more you think, the more you're throwing those stones in, the more your mind's going to get more and more of those ripples. But when you start slowing down,
it starts settling a bit.
Bit. You don't have to think about your dinner, where you're going and what time you're doing and things like that. So you're just calming. And another way of doing it is just looking at a lovely candle.
Yep.
Okay? So that's one way of doing it. The other way is, which is proven to be very, very effective, is using sound.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of sound therapy?
No.
Gong baths and things like that.
Yeah.
It's literally allowing, because music is energy.
Correct.
Songs are energy, and it will put you in a way. So don't play rock and roll music because your mind's going to go. Woo!
Yeah, don't listen to My Chemical Romance if you're feeling down and
Yeah.
you want to feel very buzzed up. It's good. You can use music to control your mood slightly.
Exactly.
But additionally, you got the frequency side of what you just said there. The sound baths is frequency based.
Exactly.
Which is slightly different. Which is for people that don't know much about that, is kind of like going to a rock concert and you got the bass.
Boom, 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 boom.
When you're in your car and you whack up the bass, fun as heck. But that's kind of how frequency feels when you've got singing bowls and gong bars and it's that.
Yes, because it's more the alpha and theta sounds, isn't it? You know, the deep things, and you can go on into like YouTube and things like that, and you have certain
frequency ones.
To really help you. But sound therapy is to relieve stress and anxiety, deep relaxation and a mental clarity, and it synchronizes your brain because you have two emphasis. You
have the two sides of the brain. Yeah.
Everything. So what I'm going to do is play you. So first of all, you can close your eyes if you want. I've got to stand up on this because I can't move.
You good, don't worry.
Here we go. So this is one of my singing bowls. This is for your grounding.
Yep.
It's your deep. Okay. So you just close your eyes.
I'll try to see if it picks up on the mic.
Has it picked up?
Kind of, yeah.
Can you hear that?
I think so. It's one of these, I don't know how well it's picked up on the mic, but hopefully it is.
Okay.
And if it is, it's like a very loud ringing noise, basically.
Yeah, it's and then we have the heart one. This is a little bit more. If you can pick it up, it should be here. So people use these in their therapy rooms.
Yeah.
Here we go.
It's speeding up and getting very loud.
There we go.
Very good.
And that is to cleanse the energy.
Mhm.
And just letting it settle makes you go a bit woo-woo.
It does. It's such a weird experience listening to it.
It's like,
when you're in the room with it, I don't know if it comes across via the radio waves, but it is very much like fascinating how it's like, ooh.
Well, no. One more. This is going to be the crown chakra.
Yep.
Okay, so this is all your
head.
Yeah. Oh. So just listening to this one, you should just let go. Calming your mind.
Yeah.
There we go. So you can imagine, and then just closing your eyes. So you're doing a little singing bowl. Close your eyes and just feel the sensations in your body. Feel what is coming up. How you're feeling, is it making you go tingly or passionately or feeling loved and warmth, okay?
Yeah.
So that's one thing that British do. They do a lot of that as well. They also do what we call chanting.
Yeah.
And again, it's all about repetition. The more
which is how atomic habits form. If you look at the psychological side and the scientific side, the science side, these things help big time. Repetition helps, affirmations help big time.
Exactly. So we're going to do a little bit of chanting. We are going to, I'm going to teach you the most common one, which is Om Mani Padme Me Hum. Okay. which is a loving compassion one.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you want a lot of love and compassion to the world or to yourself, you would start off with this one.
Okay.
And we're going to play the song afterwards as well. But okay, so you do your breath work again.
Mm-hmm.
You play your chanting, and then you do this. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. And you stop.
Yeah.
And then again. So it's all about putting good energy, it's allowing yourself to let go, the breath work, but you're concentrating so your mind stays calm.
Got ya. Okay.
And still. And then what you need to do after all this, once you're in there, is sit in the energy.
Yeah.
So sit in the music, sit in the chanting, and allow your thoughts to come in.
Mm-hmm.
Any thought that comes in, you're not meant to engage with it.
Yeah.
Or deal with it. It's why is those thoughts coming in? What do you want to know? How are we going to deal with it? Okay. And see what arises up within you. Okay. There's where have I put it? And then what you can do with it, because is use a metta prayer.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're feeling you want forgiveness, or you want to sort the karma out, or jealousy or greed and things like that, then you will then do the metta prayer, which is, may all things be loved, may all things be peaceful, may all things be healthy.
Okay.
So what you're doing, you're turning that thing, you've got some jealousy coming in, you're getting, your forgiveness, you're angry. By just reciting the metta prayer,
yeah,
you're sending good karma to it.
Which I find fascinating, because it's all about make everything be good, make everything. It's not
Absolutely.
internal. I know the popular, the Lord's Prayer is forgive me, make me happy, bits like that.
Yeah.
So this is quite interesting how it's very much different of like, make everyone be good, make everyone be happy.
So what you would start off with, you start with yourself first.
Yeah.
So you would then go, oh my goodness, I've said something really whatever. And you say, may I be safe, may I be happy, may I be healthy. And then once you've done that, you then do it again and say, may David be safe. May David be healthy. You're then sending that love to you. And then you're sending it out to all beings.
Yeah.
And things like that. And just reciting that should allow you to let go, to release.
Totally get it.
Beautiful, isn't it? But yeah, that's a metta prayer. And if you want to, and you're still finding it very difficult, we've got the Ho'oponopono, which is also very positive. It's like, it's just saying to yourself, I forgive myself.
Yeah.
I am sorry and I love you. Okay. By doing that, you're just saying, it's all right.
Yeah.
We are allowed to have these horrible thoughts and feelings coming into our mind.
I totally get that.
Okay, so if anyone wants to learn more about Buddhism, more about learning about meditation, all the teachings, I've got loads more teachings that we could go through. So
fantastic.
What should we do now? It's nearly 1:45.
About to say, we've got 12 minutes left of the show.
Okay, so what we're going to do? What questions were we given?
We're given a few questions.
Let's do our questions.
I think some of them were covered in terms of what we spoke about anyway. But who is Buddha?
We got him. We mentioned
what
him.
inspired his teachings, and it was literally the meeting the old dude, the sick dude, the corpse, and then finding this teacher. What is Buddhism's views on suffering and happiness? And I think that comes down, to answer your question, was the balance sheet.
Yeah, there will always be suffering.
Yeah.
This is our human life. This is our ego. It's changing all our thoughts and feelings and putting the good back into it. You know, don't hold on to things. One thing I found really interesting is, the past is gone. It's gone. You can't change it.
Yeah.
But you can change how you're feeling with it now.
You can change how you react. You can change your emotions. Yeah.
Exactly. And why are we worried about the future when it hasn't even come?
Yeah, that's a big one. That is a big one. I think a lot of people. Yeah, but the views on suffering and happiness, you said partially is karma anyway.
Exactly. So yeah, I know. Oh, it's something else I was just about to say. What was I going to? Something came up then.
It might come back in a minute.
Yeah,
if it does, just interrupt me and it comes back in. Are there different types of meditation?
Yeah, well, yeah, we got the sound.
We went to the sound one.
We got the quietness, the breath.
Correct.
We've got the candle work, or looking at malas, like the medullars and all that lot. You've also got
the Buddha beads.
The Buddha beads. These are really good. All Buddhists will have them, and it's all about, it's a bit like the rosary beads. It's literally repetition. It's holding on to each bead.
Yep.
There's 108 beads.
Yep.
Apparently these are represents 108 earthly temptations and passions humans must overcome to achieve nirvana.
Okay.
108 lessons. No wonder we have to keep coming back. You know what I mean? And apparently it's the calculation involving the 6 senses, the 3 feelings, the 2 origins, and 3 times period makes up to 108.
Okay, fair.
Okay, so you would chant on these ones.
Yep.
On money, paddy me, move on. On money, paddy me, on. By 108, you should be zoned out.
Yep. But then we also discussed there was a partially meditation which isn't just what you find in the swimming that you found, me and karting and me and running.
Mindfulness.
Being mindful. And that's a form of meditation.
Sitting there and going, what a beautiful day, look at those lovely trees.
What is the Buddhist view on forgiveness and compassion? About forgiveness and compassion.
I think what we've got to realise is, everyone's suffering.
Yeah.
Everyone's going through something. We don't know what they're going through. But what happens is if they throw it at us, we have to be in control of our own emotion. It's down to us to deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
It's down to our own karma, how we're going to process that.
Correct. So that's where forgiveness comes in, and compassion is by how you react. And one of the Buddha's teachings was when, as you said earlier, when someone's very angry at you and shouting at you in bits, it's about
love and
separating it and just showing love. When someone shows you hate, show them love, and it's a proven formula that it does work. That they can't process it, and it's like it diffuses the situation massively.
That Buddha with the elephant, the story. Remember the elephant?
That's it. That was it. I was trying to think of the story.
So send them love and compassion, and do the metta prayer. Let them be, or do what Mel Robbins do and go let them.
Yeah.
Let them.
Love that one.
Let them. Next question.
Why do monks shave their heads and wear robes?
Because it's all about the ego. What we wear.
Yeah.
And what we how we look.
Yeah.
Is a falseness about us, isn't it? Look at me, I look lovely. If I wear my expensive clothes, if I wear expensive but it's about bringing yourself.
But you can still be Buddhist without doing all that.
Yeah, of course you can.
That's the point.
Absolutely.
These are just Buddhist mods that take it to the extreme.
Yeah, this is where they're literally stripping back everything.
Yeah.
And wearing the robes is like a part of the clan, is a part of their
community.
And I go back. So recently I did a calendar.
Yeah.
And the biggest achievement ever in my whole life was that I stripped naked for this calendar. I mean, there was props, believe me. I mean, you need them. But what I found really, really interesting was when you strip away, you only see the person as they are.
True. Yeah.
Because if they're wearing something, you go, oh God, look at that orange. Again, my thoughts coming in my mind.
Yeah,
I hate that colour. That colour makes me feel ill. Oh.
Yeah, you see my orange shirt and you go, that refers back to many other different things in the subconscious, if nothing else.
Absolutely. So when you see somebody naked, you don't look at them as naked.
Yeah.
You actually look at their soul, the person, their personality.
Yeah, because there's no distraction.
Because you've got nothing to judge them by.
Yeah, I totally get what you're saying with that one.
So you're stripping back and you're just a person. And if you're all naked, who cares?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's why Buddhists do it, is they strip away
any distractions.
And I think we always say as well, when he did that month and he spent a whole month in South Wales, he did the same thing. They all had to wear white.
Yeah. because no distractions. It's no preconceived emotions. What can Buddhism teach us about mental health and well-being?
I think we've covered that.
Which we covered that quite a lot of that.
Is letting go, dealing with your demons.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it's going to be painful. It bloody hurts. I've been there, done it. You know, all we do is stick plasters over a wound.
Yeah.
And it gets deeper and deeper and deeper, and the more is the bad karma will come out. Until
you work deep within, you work it out. So, yeah, it's just internalising it and working through it. It's a difficult thing, but it's, they do, it's very relatable to mental health and well-being in ourselves.
How long are you going to hold it for? How long is it going to go mouldy and crappy and all that? Set yourself free. And it might be a past life. It happened in the past.
Yeah.
You might not remember.
Yeah.
How many lives has it been? Come on, let's make it the last one.
Yeah.
I want everyone to be singing in Nirvana.
Someone says they struggle with forgiveness. So I'm interested in forgiveness. Pretty much, that's...
Your ego.
It is the ego side.
It's your ego again, yes.
It's that forgiveness side. Is that being internal, forgiving yourself, or is it forgiving other people?
I think first of all, you have to forgive yourself.
Yeah.
To forgive that person. I mean, you can forgive the person, but you could go, no, David, it's okay, it's fine, and it's in the Bible. How many times do I have to forgive somebody?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's not forgiving that person.
It's forgiving yourself.
It's forgiving the situation. It happened,
Yeah.
It's forgiving yourself and letting it go.
I remember a phrase about this, it annoys me, I can't remember it, but it is forgive, it is about letting yourself go from that attachment, forgetting about it, leave it.
When you hear people with karmic ties, cut the scissors, cut it.
Yeah.
You get rid of it, but you can't just get rid of it. You can't. It's already within you. You're wiping the slate king is putting, the balance of your balance sheet and putting goodness into it.
Yeah.
Love yourself.
Yeah.
Again, Ho'oponopono comes in it. First thing to do is, I'm sorry for holding on to this rubbish.
Yeah.
All the pain.
So that's what we do. We hold on to these things.
I am sorry. I forgive myself. You're forgiving yourself for holding that. You're not forgiving the person. You're forgiving yourself.
Yeah. That's the important part. Is forgiving yourself.
And then saying, I love you. I love myself because I'm human.
Yeah. That's a big one. Is forgiving yourself that you can't make mistakes, because that's part of being human.
And
And I think that's all the questions. So.
Woo! Wow, that was really heavy.
Very, very heavy, very deep, and we are nearly time.
Yep. So,
a few minutes to go.
If anyone needs any more information, it will be posted up on Mixcloud, so you can have a little
rewatch, re-listen. Sorry.
Yeah, and if you have any questions or any thoughts and feelings on it, we are still learning. It is hard when we're being hurt, but we remember Buddha took 6 years.
Yeah. This is the thing. There's a massive NASA scientist that I heard about in the podcast, and she said that she spent 15 years of work for just 6 months of her best self, of her best life. It's that quest for happiness can take many, many years, and just it's never gonna be instant. It's gonna be a process. If Buddha took 6 years, this lady took 15.
Absolutely.
You can wait and sit on your bum and get on with it, and you can wait it out.
You
can
talk to someone. Make today the day where enough is enough.
Yeah.
You deserve to be happy now, and go to counselling, talk to people.
100%. So I listened to an audio book by this guy who's ended up doing ultra marathons and taking on world records and massive things, and he says you choose your rock bottom, and I love that saying, because you get to choose when to turn your life around.
Absolutely.
And that is, like you say, when you choose to go, you know what, I'm going to deal with my inner demons, I've had enough of this is my rock bottom, and like you say, doing counselling and bits like that, it's what is it, 3.5, 4 years ago, I chose my rock bottom, and think how badass I am now.
Yeah,
like,
we're
so much better
learning,
now.
We were talking about every now and then I get these little moments, go, oh my goodness, I now understand why this happened.
Yeah.
And one of them is alcohol has been a frequency in my family's life. I go back to 4 generations and all had drink
Yeah.
You know, drink was the core of it all. And it come to me, and it was the same with me. I learned that you just need to drink to block it.
Yeah.
And I said to you, I cannot have one drink anymore.
You're a person with extremes.
You know,
Yeah.
extreme. I have to drink more because I want everyone to think I'm funny and laughing. I want to let go. I don't want to think or feel.
Yeah.
And then I literally having to stand up to people now. They're going, no, I don't want to drink.
Yeah. You got the time to decide.
No, I don't want to drink, you know. And people keep forcing it onto me and going, no, I don't want to.
Yeah.
And now I just see, oh, that's my karma.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, I can hear all the echoes of all these doors go, boom, 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 boom. Hey, she's not coming back with me. Hey, should we celebrate with some water? No. But there you go.
Fantastic.
So, what song are we going to end on?
So we've got Fly Me to the Moon, Toto's Africa, On Madney Paddy Hum,
Oh, Money Paddy Me a Hum.
Long Time Sun.
Do you know what? We're going to put Tina Turner on for my friend who wanted this song. Why are you looking at me like that?
I haven't got what's Tina Turner's song?
Oh, is it Tina Turner on?
It's
Savvy
Ramadas one.
Savvy Sham Shabu Pavu.
What, the Only Paddy?
No, it's the other one. Oh well.
No, you tell me what you want, and we'll try and find it if nothing else.
Any of them. I just wanted to say that George Michael and Tina Turner both became Buddhists.
Okay.
You know. So
yeah. But this is a song that she did, is it?
It's called Savvy
Oh, yes, it is on here. Yeah, carry on.
This is for you, Kathleen. So all the best, everyone. Lots of love and compassion to each and one of you, and we will see you soon. Take care.